Illumination villains are good, aren't they? Good backstories, motives, methods, and looks. What? Did I just say looks? Ah, yes, because the villain we're spotlighting today might actually steal your heart. In addition to your fortune, her name is Scarlet Overkill. Scarlet Overkill wearing a scarlet dress is just utter bliss to watch on the screen. Okay, alright, no more simping. Scarlet is a fun twist on the classic villains of Illumination, the first being her gender. Scarlet's actions will never take your attention away from the fact that she is a woman, who are always regarded as soft and nurturing by nature. Scarlet is an ambitious villain in late 1960s England who wants to seal the deal by stealing Queen Elizabeth's crown and ascending the stairs to become known as the world's greatest villain as well as the Queen of England. As simple as that. But she is at the villains convention to find herself some subordinates for help. The minion trio is chosen to fill the void, unknowing that a worse fate awaits them. After Scarlet takes the minions to the mansion and shows off her immense wealth and mansion, she reveals her plan to steal the crown and hints that if the task is not completed by the minions, they are in for the worst punishment of their lives. In the UK, threatening someone could lead to a 10-year jail term. Overkill would almost certainly be caught in an overkill. The next crime we can focus on is the huge number of stolen items in the palace, which are worth millions. Possessing such an immense amount of loot would probably lock up Scarlet behind bars for plenty of years or even decades if caught. The number of loops in her sentence would only increase as her files unfolded more of her endeavors. When the plan to steal the crown is hatched by Scarlet, she automatically qualifies herself for treason, which was actually punishable by death up until 1946. But let's assume that the court doesn't consider the plan to be motivated, thus reducing her sentence to a maximum of 5 years behind bars. Moving on to the serious crimes, she actually kidnaps and tortures the minions after they give up the crown for her. In the real world, committing such gruesome crimes against the minions with almost childlike innocence is utterly disgusting. Scarlet is assisted in torturing the minions by Herb, who ends up failing at almost all the tortures due to the minions' durability and thus ends up playing with them and freeing them in the process. Herb is instructed by Scarlet to kill the minions, but misses his mark as Kevin escapes. Although her actions were very suitable for a villain, skipping over the monologue cliché at important turning points, she does know what she's doing. Scarlet is not overrated in any niche. However, if Scarlet is caught and proven guilty in front of a judge, she'll definitely be spending the rest of her life behind bars in an English jail on the charges of kidnapping and attempted murder. But I do remember that after the reconstitution of the Queen, Scarlet does manage to steal the crown for a few seconds, up until Gru steals it from her, freezing her in the process. This happens in the middle of the day, right in front of a crowd. This case won't even last 5 minutes on the court, with Scarlet being handed her life sentence at the earliest moment, and like we earlier discussed, Scarlet is definitely going to get life imprisonment. However, Scarlet's crusade doesn't end here. She is seen escaping the prison with her husband, Herb, and promises that she will kill the little rascals for what they have done to her. Talk about persistence. With this act and all her crimes accumulated, Scarlet did end up adding about 5 years more to her sentence, not that it makes any difference. On a final note, Scarlet is a pretty good villain. The only problem is her luck. And of course, the movie writer. Scarlet's plan was not bad, but the perpetrators chosen by her proved to be disastrous just for her. That's our take on this Illumination villain. Want to watch more videos like this? Subscribe to our channel and hit the like button.